Chapter 78. Shugai, the garrison commander of Jiapai Pass, held a military conference with his generals to discuss the grave situation. He decided to send a report to Zhaoge to ask for reinforcements to protect the pass. Jizi, the minister on duty that day, received the urgent report from Jiapai Pass. He immediately rushed to the Happy Terrace to report to King Zhou. There is no peace left in the kingdom. Jiang Ziya has set up Jifa as King Wu, the warring king. They have started their attack with 600,000 soldiers and now have occupied some of our passes. We must not treat this situation casually. I beg your majesty to stop drinking and to pay more attention to state affairs so that we may save the kingdom. Jizi admonished the king. You are right, uncle. We must discuss this with all the ministers and send a powerful army and troops against the enemy. King Zhou agreed. When he had gone, King Zhou was in no mind to enjoy his usual pleasures. Daji and Hu Ximei found him in this state. Why are you so unhappy today, your majesty? Daji asked. Don't you know, my queen, that Jiang Ziya is leading an army against us and has already taken 3 passes? There are wars all over the kingdom. I'm worrying about the future of our dynasty. King Zhou replied. But Daji only smiled and said, Don't worry, your majesty. The generals on the frontier are only trying to get rich. They've spread this rumor and bribed the ministers to lie to you so that you'll send reinforcements with food supplies and financial support. Don't believe it, your majesty. They're all lies. They're just cheating you. The king then asked, If that is so, what shall I do in response to this report, my dear queen? You needn't make any written comment, but you may cut off the messenger's head to warn them all. Daji replied. King Zhou ordered that the messenger from Jiapai Pass be decapitated and his head be hung over the city wall as a warning. When he heard about the king's order, Jisoo rushed to the inner court. Why have you ordered the beheading of the messenger, your majesty? He asked hurriedly. Dear uncle, they are just trying to cheat me and squeeze money from the national treasury. The messenger must be executed as a warning. King Zhou answered. Jiang Ziya was appointed commander on the 15th day of the 3rd month. His army is 600,000 strong. Everybody in the country knows this. If you put the messenger from Jiapai Pass to death, you will only discourage the border generals. Jizi protested. Don't worry, dear uncle. Jiang Ziya is just a common sorcerer. Moreover, we still have our 4 strong passes and the natural barriers of the Yellow River and Mengjin. What can he do? Oh, do cheer up, uncle. King Zhou laughed. Jizi withdrew and wept to think of the dynasty's eventual collapse. He wrote a sorrowful poem and returned to his home. After he had reorganized his army at Sishui Pass, Jiang Ziya went to see King Wu. I shall leave to attack Jiapai Pass and send someone for you as soon as it is safe. Will you meet all the dukes at the conference as soon as possible? May heaven help you. King Wu replied. The army marched east and camped outside Jiapai Pass. The next day, Jiang Ziya asked, Who would like to go out for the first combat? I will, commander. Wei Ben answered the call at once. With Jiang's approval, General Wei Ben mounted his horse and rushed out of the camp to challenge the enemy. Receiving a report to this effect, Shugai, the garrison commander of the pass, announced, Dear generals, let's think this over before we act. King Zhou only believes the bootlickers. He madly cut off the head of our messenger. He's destroying himself and the nation is as good as King Wu's already. It will be difficult to guard this pass. You all must realize our situation. You're wrong, commander. We are ministers under King Zhou. We must be faithful and loyal to him and our dynasty. I'll do my best to return the king's grace even if it means my life. Peng Zun protested. He got on his horse and rushed out of the pass. Peng Zun met Wei Ben outside and the two clashed in a terrible fight. After about 30 rounds, Pang Xun could not stand Wei Ben's onslaught. He gave up and fled away, but as Wei Ben chased him, Pang Xun took something out of his bag and threw it on the ground. A lotus trap sprang up, into which Pang Xun disappeared, with Wei Ben close on his heel. Thunder roared in the trap, and Wei Ben was ground into powder, leaving only a long column of black smoke. When Pang Xun returned to report his victory over Wei Ben, Shu Gai praised him and put his merit on the record. The next day, Shu Gai called his generals together. "We don't have enough food supplies, and there's no chance of getting anything from the capital. Though luckily we won the battle yesterday, I still think we can't defend this pass much longer." Just then it was reported that a Zhou general had arrived outside the gate. Wang Bao quickly volunteered to meet the challenge. "What's your name, General?" Wang Bao asked when he saw the general in green outside. "I'm Su Hu, the Marquis of Jizhou." Su Hu replied. "Su Hu, you are the most damned ungrateful fellow in the world. Your daughter is the queen, and you are a close relative of His Majesty, with riches and powers granted to your whole family. But now you are rebelling against the king and supporting King Wu in an attack against the passes belonging to your old master. How can you hold up your head?" Wang Bao cursed. He rushed in to attack Su Hu with his halberd. When Su Hu met the assault with his lance, Su Chunzhong, Zhao Bing, and Sung Ziyu all rushed up to surround Wang Bao. Realizing that it was impossible for him to keep up the fight alone against several generals, Wang Bao spurred his horse out of the circle. Zhao Bing was unwilling to give him up and chased swiftly after him. Wang Bao suddenly turned and hit Zhao Bing in the face with a thunderbolt from his hands. Zhao dropped from his saddle and stumbled on the ground. Sun Ziyu rushed forward to rescue him. Wang Bao struck him with a similar bolt to the face. Wang Bao seized the chance to stab Sun Ziyu to death. He then turned and, with another stroke of his lance, brought down Zhao Bing. The two generals sacrificed their lives for King Wu. Su Hu and his son returned to their camp and reported to Jiang Ziya what had happened in battle. "How sad it is to lose two loyal and brave generals." Jiang Ziya mourned. The next morning, Thunderbolt went out with a challenge and Pang Xun answered the call. Seeing Thunderbolt's indigo face, pink hair, and two tusks, Pang Xun shouted, "Who's that coming?" "I'm Thunderbolt, the younger brother of King Wu." Thunderbolt replied. Unaware that his opponent had two wings, Pang Xun set his horse forward to stab at Thunderbolt, who flew up into the air and tried to knock Pang Xun's head with his gold cudgel. Unable to keep up the fight, Pang Xun turned his horse and ran away in defeat. Believing that Pang Xun was feigning defeat, Thunderbolt followed him and knocked him on the head with his gold cudgel. He fell from his horse, and his head was cut off. Thunderbolt returned to camp in triumph. He reported what happened to Jiang Ziya, and his merit was written into the record. Shu Gai received the report of Pang Xun's death and said to his generals, "It's really difficult to defend this pass. I understand what's happening here, but you have no idea." "Oh, Commander. Don't get excited. I'll fight them again tomorrow and I shall certainly win the day. You may punish me if I don't." Wang Bao argued. If you want to know what happened next, please read the next chapter.